Hi, this is Dr. B, and we're looking in this video at control charts for variable data. So we have an example here of weights of cans of soup in ounces, and we're going to use control charts to tell us whether this process is predictable, it's in control, or not. And let's get started. So the first I notice up here that in my spreadsheet I have a mistake that I actually see pretty often, and that is that the instructions are not all showing in the cell. We have a cell big enough to show it, but the instructions are not showing there, and you have to go up here in the bar up here above to look at this. How can I get this? When I do click on this, they all show. So how can I get this? Well, you just go, make sure you're in the Home tab, and then go to Alignment and Wrap Text. Well, I had to be here first. Wrap Text. And then all of it will be showing. So we've got that fixed. Now, down here, we're going to be calculating X double bar, which is the average of the averages. R bar, which is the average of the ranges, and then upper control limit X, lower control limit X bar, upper control limit R, lower control limit R. And the formulas for these, we have, click to the next tab here, the formulas for these are at the bottom of this chart. So X double bar is just upper control limit X, X double bar plus A2 R bar. So we're going to calculate X double bar, we're going to calculate R bar, so all we'll need is A2. So let's go back and let's calculate, first of all, our X double bar and R bar. And so that's just the average of the ranges. So we've got the ranges over here, and we want to calculate the average of those. Should have done that first. Average, and then to copy that, well, let's go ahead and calculate the R bar as well. So equals average of the ranges, and to copy these, we're going to need to lock them in place to where the rows don't move. So we put the dollar sign to the left of the numbers up here in our cells. The same thing here. And then when we copy them, they'll stay locked in on the rows. And the reason why we want all of these the same is we're going to be plotting straight lines, and so we just this is one way to plot straight lines. So now the upper control limit X bar is just the upper control limit X bar is X double bar plus A2 R bar. And A2 comes from the factors that we had. We actually have them copied over here. So let me highlight the factors. We have 8 samples of 9 cans each. Doesn't matter how many samples you have, it's how many observations we have in each sample, and it's 9, not 8. So these are the factors. So for A2, it's just 0.34. So we'll copy that. So equals X double bar plus A2 times R bar. And we want to lock, we certainly have to lock in the number here. The reason why we don't have to lock the others in to copy them is they're referring to these columns here to the left, and as we copy down, as we scroll down and copy, the numbers are all the same as we scroll down, so we don't have to lock those in place. But when we copy and scroll down here, we don't want it scrolling down in column F. We want it locked at this one row, so that's why we lock that in place. And then lower control limit is just
You have arrived.
equals x double bar minus A2 times R bar. And that's the lower control limit. Again, we lock that cell in place and copy these down. And so we have our upper control limit and lower control limit. Our formulas for the control limits for R is D4 R bar and D3 R bar. And so we go back here, and so it's just D4, so equals D4, and again, it's still this sample size of 9, D4 times R bar. And lock this one in place. And then it's D3 times R bar. And lock that one in place before we copy. Let's see, that's G. Copy these. Paste. And we have all of our factors to plot control charts for X bar and R. Now you're not finished, because to create control charts, you're going to have charts. And that will be in our next video, where we will create charts using the data that we calculated here, the X double bar, R bar, upper control limit X bar, lower control limit X bar, upper control limit R, and lower control limit R. See you in the next video.